Hi guys, it's Mary McIntyre. Yesterday was the full strawberry moon rising and we are at the point at the moment of the great lunar standstill, which means tonight the moon is going to rise in almost the same place. Last night I was at a different end of my village and I realised that if there hadn't been a band of cloud, the moon would have pretty much risen behind a TV antenna. It's actually about 8 miles as the crow flies. So I have used PhotoPills tonight to have a look and see whether the moon will line up with that mast. Now that big mast, I can only see the top of it from the location that I've figured out on PhotoPills. So I don't actually know if this is going to work at all. These moonrise behind something shots are incredibly difficult to get right. If there's even a tiny band of cloud low down to the horizon, it's game over. The atmosphere's been full of smoke and pollution recently, so moonrise, we've not really seen the moon rising until it's got up above that layer of fog. So I've got absolutely no idea if this is going to work, but I'm here to give it a try. It's the first time I've kind of really played with this in my hometown. We did this on holiday in Wales, but the weather beat us. We were trying to get it rising behind some radio masts there. I'll see if I can turn the camera around and show you the view the other way. Okay, so that very, very tiny dot in the distance, my phone sucks at low light videos, but that in the very centre of the shot there, that is where the moon is potentially going to rise. Now the band of trees in front of that mast are way taller than I was expecting, which means by the time the moon has got high enough, I just don't know if it's going to work. The spot on the map where it looked like it was going to line up is a point I can't get to in a farmer's field, and I'm not going to try and break through a hedge and trespass. That's just not what I'm about at all. But if I show you this on the back of the camera, hopefully you'll be able to see, with the zoom lens, that gives me quite a good view of it, and that's the photograph that I took of it before. So if we do get a clear view of the moon, hopefully it will be near there. Now unfortunately, when it's the day after a full moon, the foreground is kind of lost in the dark, so these are never as good as when you do them a couple of days before full moon, when you still have some twilight illuminating your foreground. So there's a lot of things here that may not work, but yeah, it's just nice to be out in the fresh air. It's a clear night. We're expecting some pretty poor weather tomorrow, so it's worth a shot. There's a car coming, so I'm going to stop talking and just make sure I've got my moonrise time correct. Okay, the moon rises 22:28. That is going to be affected by my altitude and also the altitude of that TV mast. Whether it's cancelled out because we're both on a high spot, I really don't know. As I said, I'm not an expert at doing these kind of framed shots with the moon illusion. The crucial thing is that you need to be a long way away from the target. And another car coming. I'm standing on a verge and it feels very exposed for passing traffic. So yeah, I'm no expert at actually doing these sorts of shots, but I'm hoping... Oh, somebody stopped. Okay, just had a long chat with somebody that monitors bats for a living. Wondered what I was photographing. 6 minutes to go until the time of moonrise. I'm going to put my phone down just so I can concentrate, because there's a chance I may need to slightly move position, which is not going to be easy because I've climbed up a verge and there aren't really very many places I can go and be safe because this is a 60-mile-an-hour country road. I've just seen 2 people cycling up here with no lights on, absolutely bonkers. No street lights or anything here, it's just crazy. But yeah, I'm going to concentrate now, and hopefully I'll have some nice pictures to share in about 10 minutes time. Okay, so I was slightly out of position, so the moon rose to the right of the radio mast, TV mast, whatever the hell it is. If I could have got to the spot I originally found on the map, if I could have got to that spot, oh, that's flattering, crikey. If I could have got to the spot that I originally wanted to go to, it would have been right, but there was also a lot of cloud there, so it wouldn't have been the best, and also it was so red and the lights on the radio mast are also red, so I'm not quite sure how it would have looked if it had risen behind, but it came alongside, and I think some of the pictures are really quite nice, so hopefully the focus will be good and they'll come okay in processing. In addition to that, as the moon was rising, I could see a moon pillar forming, and it's easily the tallest moon pillar that I've ever seen. I forgot that I had a different lens in my pocket, so I got pictures of it with my phone, which are not very good, but also with my zoom lens, and it was easily 30 degrees extending up, definitely beyond my hand span, which is 25 degrees. So that was pretty spectacular, and that's still very, very orange. I'm getting very cold and it's getting very dark, and I forgot to bring any reflective clothing or a head torch, so I've come back to the car so I don't accidentally get run over or something, because it is very, very dark now out here. So yeah, it wasn't quite the success I was hoping for, but it was pretty darn close, so that's good to know for next time. So hopefully next lunar cycle I'll be able to do some of these in the daytime and get the structure of the mast, if I can get myself in the right position. Where I live, we are so low lying, so it always involves having to drive out somewhere for something like this. Okay, I'm going to go home and get back to bed. I've actually been laid up with a migraine all day, which is why I look so rough. So yeah, I'm going to go home. Although not quite perfect, I'm still pretty happy with the pictures, so I'll stick them on at the end. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye.